Hello, friends. Hi again. I am back. I'm Chari Twitty-Hawkins, self-care coach for moms, helping moms to rediscover the woman within by practicing self-care, self-awareness, and self-compassion because we need it because y'all know we can be so hard on ourselves as mamas. Can any of you guys relate to that? Well, let me go ahead and make sure I share this in our Facebook community. And if you are not a member of our Facebook community, come and join us at Moms Matter 2 Self Care for Christian Moms. And I'm going live here on Facebook as well as on TikTok. So, my TikTok friends, if you want to join our Facebook community where you can access some of our replays, you can click my username up above and click the box that says Facebook group. Of course, Moms Matter 2 Self Care for Christian Moms. Okay, share this in my Facebook community. And as I'm sharing, I encourage you to share as well with your mom friends. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay. All righty. Well, as many of you know, or if you don't, I have been sharing about mom guilt. Last week I went live and I shared about different types of mom guilt, different things that cause mom guilt, and even the difference between mom guilt versus mom shame. I was even reading a blog and it said that mom guilt isn't a bad thing because actually it's not. If you know the difference between, as I deep dived into in our group, the difference between mom guilt and mom shame. Mom guilt is telling you, hey, there's something that you did that maybe, you need to do better next time, or maybe you don't need to do, versus mom shame, where you start to beat yourself up and feel bad about who you are as a person. So that's the bad one. That's the one we don't want to do. But I use mom guilt because that's what we're more familiar with. I think if a lot of people saw me using mom shame, they would be thinking about, somebody talking bad about a mom. When actually that's what it is. It's just the person doing it is you. Just think about that. All righty. Well, today I'm talking about stay-at-home mom guilt. A lot of moms, including myself, well, actually, I'm in a season, and I sent an email to my email list. I'm in a season right now where I am a stay-at-home mom / work-at-home mom / work outside of the home mom. Woo! And just to say this, just to say it, no matter what type of mom you are, you're going to have mom guilt. You may have a little, you may have a lot. But stay-at-home moms have their own issues because I see like people on TikTok talking about, oh, well, if you worked outside of the home, oh, well, if you stayed at home, oh, well, if you this, if you that. We all have our own struggles. It's all hard. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a work-at-home mom, a work outside of the home mom, or like I am at this moment, whew, all three. It's all hard. It's all hard. We have this tendency to talk about other people that either maybe we have been there or, maybe you worked outside the home. Now you're a stay-at-home mom. You're like, that's harder. I've seen a lot of moms say that. So when you see moms that work outside of the home complaining, then sometimes we will judge them. But it's all hard. How many of y'all know, hand up emoji down in the comments, that it's all hard regardless? Why? Because motherhood is hard. So regardless, if you work, you don't work, where you work is difficult because that's life. So I just wanted to insert that because that came to my mind. Let's make sure we're not judging others or ourselves because of the situation that we're in or the situation that we choose, which is actually the point of this. Some of us, we wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. Some of us, we did not. But very often we feel mom guilt because of different reasons. So you want to identify first. How are you going to overcome it is by identifying what's causing this. As I say, what are your triggers? So what's triggering you to feel bad or to feel guilty or to feel guilt or even shame? As I said before, that's the one that really we don't want to do, is to feel mom shame or mom guilt going into mom shame about being a stay-at-home mom. What is that for you? If you feel transparent enough, put it down in the comments and let us know. And there's so many different reasons. That's the reason I say identify, because often if we don't really know, if we don't sit down, because sometimes life is so busy, especially if you're like a stay at home mom of little ones or you homeschool, things like that, you're busy, 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 busy. So you may not stop to really think and just say, hmm. You may just feel it and keep pushing. Because how many of y'all, and I've said we need to stop doing this, that we have feelings about something and we push it down or push it back because we're like, oh, I got to take care of my kids. I got to take care of I got to do this, got to take care of the rest of my family. How many of y'all do that? Be honest. Because what you won't face will not be changed. If you don't sit down and say, hey, okay, I have an issue with this, or I feel this way when this happens, then it's not going to be addressed because you're busy ignoring it, ignoring yourself for the sake of the rest of your family. So, and I'm going to give you some examples. There's more than this, of course. Some examples are you're trying to be perfect. I just posted, for those who are my TikTok friends, after this, check out my latest TikTok. Brene Brown broke down perfectionism and what it is. And she's like, it's not us trying to be our best selves. It's us trying to avoid shame, judgment. I was like, ooh, that's good. I love how she breaks stuff down because you really are able to look at it differently. But one thing is trying to be perfect. I did a live on this one. Comparing yourselves to other moms. Others' expectations. What others expect you to be doing. I've seen TikToks where they're like, if you're a stay-at-home mom, your house should be spick and span all the time. In what world? In what world? Maybe if you have a maid that comes and cleans all the time, but if you take care of your kids, depending on how many kids you have, what age, your house is not going to be spick and span all the time. So there's others' expectations, and I see that a lot. Loss of identity, loss of independence, not contributing financially, just feeling overwhelmed. Now, of course, like I said before, some of these can be applied to all moms. Stay at home, work from home, or work outside of the home. But right now, we're talking about stay at home moms. So think about the examples I just gave you. I think that was like 6 or 7. But there's other ones. So really sit down and take the time and say, hey, where is this coming from? And I recommend you write it down, journal it, or type it up on your computer or on your phone. And then do the opposite. So if you're trying to be perfect, I often say, and I know y'all have heard quotes and all types of stuff, our kids don't need us to be perfect. They just need us to be ourselves, to be vulnerable, to be transparent. That's what they need. Meaning, if we're going back to what Brene Brown says, instead of, avoiding shame or judgment, don't think about those things anymore. Think about, hey, how can I connect with my child in an authentic way? How can I, as I often say, be purposeful as a mother rather than being perfect? Something I said the other day, many of us never feel satisfied as a mom because we're seeking this level of perfection, which is not possible to achieve. So we feel like we're doing and being all of this for our family, for our kids, but we're wondering, why am I not satisfied? Why am I not happy with who I am as a mother? Because you're trying to reach a goal that's unattainable. But guess what can be attained? You being the best version of yourself, you being transparent, you being vulnerable, you being available. It's okay to make mistakes. That can be another one, making mistakes as a mom. Maybe you yelled at your kids, whatever it is. So instead of seeking perfection, seek purpose. Seek to be the best version of yourself. Your best is enough, and you cannot be better than your best. Say it with me. Even though I can't hear you. I can't do better than my best. I can't be better than my best. That's all you can be, and that's all your kids can ask for. That's all you can ask for. Even if your best is, oh, I got one thing done on this list today, Lord. Then that's enough. And if it's you have a loss of identity, then start to, as you guys know, I'm a self-care coach. Then start to say, hey, let me sit down and write down the things I like or don't like, or my strengths, my weaknesses, the things I like to do. And start to do little things that you like to do, maybe once a week or once a day. Or, as I've had moms tell me, they're like, it's been so long, I don't even know what I like anymore. Try something. Try something, and then try something new if that doesn't work. And then another one, let's see. There's so many. Like I said, there's so many. If you're overwhelmed, take some things off your to-do list. Take some things off your to-do list. I've said it before and I'll continue to say it, especially if you're sick or you're stressed out, if you're emotionally drained or getting close to or experiencing mom burnout. Take some things off that list. If the house is not going to implode on itself or explode, if those things don't get done, which is very often almost everything, then take them off your to-do list, especially when you're stressed. If you know at this time in this season you are stressed, you're emotionally drained, then take those things off your to-do list and show yourself grace. It is okay. It is okay. And guys, just a reminder, if you're watching live, please say hello down in the comments. And if you're watching via replay, please type hashtag replay down below so I can come back and interact with you guys. But that's what I want to share with you guys today. Just think about, really sit down and invest time in yourself. There's different ways to invest in yourself. You can invest money, you can invest time. But this requires you really to invest time and say, hey, what's going on with me? Because we often feel like emotions that we have, that, oh, that's just the way it is. It is if you say so. But if you say, hey, I am determined to not let this mom guilt or mom shame continue to control me, then I encourage you to sit down and, as I said before, identify where your stay-at-home mom guilt is coming from. And then number 2, find a solution, which is going to be the opposite of whatever that is. Whatever that is. If you're overwhelmed, take some things off your to-do list. If you feel like, oh, I need some adult conversation, I just need to talk to an adult, find someone to talk to. Talk to one of your friends or family members, or take action to build yourself a community where you can meet new people. Because you may be like, I don't have no friends because I stay at home all the time. Well, if you go to church, attend a small group, or online, you can come and join us on Facebook. Again, the name is Moms Matter Too, Self-Care for Christian Moms, which I actually, let's see, I'll come back and put that down below in the comments. But yes, guys, we're often carrying mom guilt that is going into mom shame and is stopping us from really enjoying our lives. I posted a TikTok earlier today that said that, and I know some of you guys may have heard this quote, so when I heard this added to it, I was like, ooh, that if comparison is a thief of joy. Have you heard that? I've heard that a lot. And they're like, don't compare yourself. But if comparison is a thief of joy, then mom comparison is a thief of joyful moments. And I was like, man. And I would even put in, then mom guilt is a thief of joyful moments. So we're walking around holding things that we're not supposed to hold. We're walking around, bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging all them bags like that. Stuff that we're not supposed to be holding on to. And we need to learn how to drop those bags. Drop that guilt. Drop that comparison, that overwhelm, whatever it is for you. and really say, hey, I'm going to begin to enjoy myself as a woman, because y'all know I talk about self-care and motherhood, by not letting mom guilt or mom shame control me anymore. I'm not doing it. And if you guys are ready to overcome mom guilt and mom shame, then as I mentioned before, on Friday, I'm having a free class, Release. As I said before, I hold tension in my shoulders. I don't know about you. Release, Release mom guilt. It's going to be this Friday at 1 p.m. CST. But if you can't make it live, sign up anyway, because I'm sending out the replay free to everybody who registers. But if you don't register, then it'll be available for purchase after that. So I put the link up in the status on Facebook, and my TikTok friends who want to join in, click my username, click the link in my bio in the box. It should be the box at the top that says Release Mom Guilt and register for free. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you so much to everybody who joined live, and to those who are going to watch the replay. Thank you so much. I hope this helped you. I really do. Even if you're not a stay-at-home mom, I hope this helped, because like I said, it applies to all areas of motherhood. All right. Well, once again, I am Chari Twitty-Hawkins, self-care coach for moms. Have a blessed morning, afternoon, or evening whenever you're watching. Take care. God bless.